Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is your friendly neighborhood farmer Raznac and you're watching Ray County Revival. In the last episode we were dodging storm clouds, racing to get the alfalfa cut, raked and baled and put up into the loft. But now a bigger storm's brewing. The bank's knocking with a $5,763 payment due at the end of the month. And you know, that's like now. And with over 300,000 still hanging over our heads, we won't be getting out of deep water anytime soon. So today we're going to be getting creative. We're going to be selling some bales, finding some new revenue, and squeezing some better yields out of our alfalfa fields. So let's get to it. Everything looks to be just fine. No sheets missing. Everything looks all right. Yeah, good news. Storm wasn't too bad. No tornadoes, just some wind, a little bit of hail, not even much hail. A lot of rain, got a lot of rain. Things are kind of mucky around here. So, oh, phone call. Yusef, yeah, how's it going? Yeah, things are doing okay. Yep, alfalfa's in. 255 bales. Got 255 bales up in the loft. Yeah, it's good quality. It's not the best we've ever done, but it's pretty solid. Well, I was wanting $15 a bale. If I can get $15 a bale, it's like around 3,800 and some change. 35. Yeah, I can't. I'm in no position to say no, Yusuf. $3,500 would be awesome. Yep, I can deliver them. Yep, I will have them there to you in about an hour or two, probably about 2 hours. All right, yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks, Yusuf. Appreciate it. All right, well, good news there because bank payments due tonight. I owe $5,763 tonight, and well, I don't have it, and I need to come up with some money. I've got around $4,000 in the bank, so with the bales being sold, that'll give me enough to cover the payment tonight. Because man, isn't this place beautiful? I would hate to lose all this to the bank, because they're not going to take care of it. I mean, they're not going to care for this like our family has. So yeah, Yusuf has bought our bales, 255 alfalfa bales for around $3,500. What is that? 13 something a bale. It's around $13 and some change a bale. We'll take it. 15 would have been great. 10 would have been but 13 we can live with. So let's grab the old International. We'll hook up to the wagon and let's get these bales loaded up because we need that check. Yeah, I think 2 hours is a good estimate. I gotta toss them all down and then restack them. It's gonna take me a little bit of time, and unfortunately my poor arms are gonna be killing me. All right, yeah, let me get this done. Had to get my coffee mug. It's not too far. It's like a 20-minute trip over there. Man, I need some coffee. I'm ready for a nap, but unfortunately, can't get one. First load delivered onto the second load. Good thing is once I got over there, they literally just had a big old front loader, pushed all the bales off of the trailer, so I got back over here pretty quick. But oh my God, it's 1,000,000 degrees up there in the loft. All the heat's just radiating off that metal. I can only throw down a few, and then I come down here, and it's like walking into air conditioning to stack these things. But enough complaining. Let's get the work done. here at Chula for a second. I got to talk to a couple guys. It's quiet here. There's always a few folks in the office. You know, they kind of have their finger on the pulse of everything around here. And I was going to go in here and chat to them about leasing one of my fields, because I have this 18-acre field, and I really can't do a whole lot with this land because, one, it's too late in the season. Two, I don't have money to really plant it in anything useful. And three, the only equipment I have is for some old row crop stuff, and it's a little late to put corn and soybeans. So I was going to see if I can get, you know, $140 an acre on a cash lease for this over the winter. Somebody could put in some winter wheat, harvest it early next summer, and hopefully give me about $2,500. So that's the plan. That's why I'm down here at Chula, because I'm gonna, you know, plant the seed in the ear of the guys here, and hopefully somebody takes me up on it. The only other option I have for raising some money is I need to get back here and check, because I think Uncle Cecil keeps a food plot back here in the woods. We've got about 20 acres of wooded land, and there used to be a spot back here for a food plot. Trying to get over there. I think it's over there. I think there's a trail over in the corner. I really can't remember. He didn't hunt. I imagine he was trying to lure Bigfoot in, and for sure he wouldn't plant the field, but I bet he planted this food plot back here. Let me get back in here and check it and see, and if that's the case, we might be able to you know, see if somebody wants to lease the wooded land. We wouldn't get much, but anything is something, and I'm not going to hunt it, at least not this year. Yeah, I think this is further enough back. I think we cut through the woods right here. Old path that used to run down through here hasn't been kept up too well, and yeah, there it is. There is the food plot. Thought we'd have some in there. Deer have probably been living it up. I bet you I could get, you know, $500 for a year's lease. I mean, I'm gonna ask for it. I mean, I've already got my tree stand over here. Nobody's hunted up here in a while. I know there's some deer though. Yeah, got the tree stand. So yeah, let me contact the old local hunting club, see if they'll throw a little cheddar my way, and they can come out here and hunt. Because I mean, nothing else is out here. What the? It's just my imagination, right? My imagination. Let's get back to the truck. Yeah. That wasn't creepy at all. Not creepy at all. Nope. I start. Let's get out of here. Did you guys hear that? Oh my gosh. Cecil's stories are getting to me. Crunching some numbers. So I had $4,731 in the bank. We got $3,500 from the alfalfa bales, and then I'm hoping to be able to pull another $500 from a hunting lease for the season. I don't know if I want the whole hunting club around here, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not using it, and I don't want to lose it. So the food plot's back there. I'm sure they'd be happy to probably drop $500 my way. So I'm looking at $8,731. And tonight The bank has taken $5,734, so it leaves me a little shy of $3,000 to do something with. And I think what we need to do is get our alfalfa fields yielding a little bit better, because it's really the only ground I have that's making any kind of money for me. So those fields need quite a bit of work, and in the morning I'm gonna head down to the co-op and see about, you know, doing some soil testing and what we can do to improve that. But in the meantime, grab yourself a nice cold drink and enjoy the night. Nothing like it. Oh, it's another beautiful day here on the farm. And we're going to take the old 856 down to the co-op, because I need to see about getting a soil sampler. Also got to see if anyone took the bait on leasing that land up from me. The 18 acres. Which is over there. But yeah, see if anyone was interested in that or showed any interest. All right, we got our Isara Scout. Boys at the co-op, let me grab this for 500 bucks. So 500 bucks for the equipment. Also, I'll have to pay per sample. I have no idea what that's going to be, but old boys told me to get about 3 samples per acre. So this field right here is about 7 acres. So we're going to be aiming for about 20 samples. So they said about 3 samples per acre, just kind of space it out. So that's my plan with that. Never used one of these, but he said it's as easy as just drilling a hole. You just line up where you want, pull the lever, and you know, collect your samples. So yeah, if he says it's that easy, surely I can do it. So you can see we got 3 samples there already in these little trays. So you run 3 at a time, then you'll pick this tray up, you know, put the lid on it and pack it up, and that's what we're going to take back to the co-op, and they'll do all the they send it off for us. They'll package it all up and send it off for us, and then you know, agronomists will call us back, let us know, and hopefully send us a nice little map what things look like. All right, I'm gonna get back to work getting all this sampled up, this field and our other field, and hopefully I'm expecting a call too, because they said there might be a guy who's willing to lease my 18 acres, so that'll give us another little bit of cash, because I have a feeling we're gonna need some lime, some fertilizer, some other things for this field, because I don't think it's been very well maintained for the last few years. So yeah, let's get these samples in and see where we're at. Thanks, Teddy. Appreciate it. Yep, few days. All right, well, soil samples are done and sent. It went pretty smoothly, pretty quick, not a problem. Let's head back to the farm, see what else we can. Oh, hang on. Oh. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, I do. Just a hair over 18 acres. Pretty much plowed land is 18 acres. Yeah. I was wanting 140 an acre. 100 an acre. That's. And I was hoping to get 2,500, at least 2,500 bucks for this year. I tell you, if you can, you do 2? Do 2 grand total. Hey, one other thing. You let me borrow that old fert spreader you got too? Yeah. Okay, hey. Yeah, man. Sometimes just some yeah. Yeah, if I can get it out your yard, I can have it. All right. Yeah. All right, thanks, Donald. All right, 2 grand then. Yep, dropped. Yep, I'll sign them. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right. Well, that's done too. We're just having all kinds of a good day. Soil samples are done. Bales are sold, and Donald up the street there, he's got a nicer new farm up the way. He's gonna give me 2 grand cash. Gonna put some wheat in for the winter. So yeah, I don't know if we're even gonna be able to get to that field next year. I'm hoping maybe we can get something planted around June or July, and it'd be nice to. Just depends on the money situation. See where we're at. But he also has an old fert spreader. He said if I can get it out of his yard, I can have it. So double bonus. He's giving us some money and a fert spreader. So I'm gonna head back home. That's about it for the day. Not really a whole lot I can do. All the samples are sent off. They said it'd be a few days before I heard back. In the meantime, I'll head over to Donald's, see if I can dig that old fertilizer spreader out and get my check. Well, there it is. Here's my fancy new fertilizer spreader. I think this thing's being held together with dirt. Went over, saw my neighbor Donald, and he cut me a check for 2 grand. They've got that nice fancy farm up the road there. You know, they farm about 500 acres, corn and soybeans. They do. I mean, it's pretty much everything around here is them and a few other little smaller guys. But yeah, he cut me a check for 2 grand. He's the one that's leasing the 18 acres over there, and said, hey, if you can get this fertilizer spreader out of my yard, you can have it. So, I mean, I ain't one to squawk at a free piece of equipment. So here we are. He says it works fine. You know, just doesn't cover a lot of ground, but he says it works fine. Just way too small for him. All right, a little break from the role play. There's only so much a role play I can do around the precision farming map, but the great thing is No Creek, when making this map, did a great job. So just to kind of bring you up to date, this is what we're leasing right here. This is what we're leasing over to Donald's farm over that way. But I just wanted to show you what I'm really working with, because I'm telling a story, but at the same time I'm playing a game. So using Precision Farming DLC, if you've never used that, or if you're new to the game, welcome to the game. But if you've ever used Precision Farming, you know that there are different soil types. Well, on this map, the soil gets progressively better the closer it gets to the field. So every soil map is to provide variable yield on the edge, and then down the middle, you get better yield. And that's about it. And you can see our pH needs a little bit of work, but it's not horrible. Our pH really isn't horrible. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. I think I'm going to RP that off a little bit here in just a second. But also, it says nitrogen. Now, if you didn't know, alfalfa really doesn't need nitrogen. I did some research, and alfalfa, you don't need nitrogen as much as you need phosphorus. So phosphorus is what we're going to role play that we're putting on to the field. I think potassium and phosphorus are kind of the two big ones for, it might be phosphorus and then potassium. I looked at it earlier, but alfalfa really doesn't need nitrogen, but for the sake of the limitations to the game, we need some fertilizer. Definitely. You can see this was our yield from our first cut. Not great. seed rate and other stuff really doesn't matter right now. So back to the story. Yeah, with that soil sampling, they sent me a readout. So I'm going to put some P and K, some phosphorus and potassium is what's going on the alfalfa because, well, that's what it needs. That's what they said it needs. And hopefully that'll boost our yield a little, help improve the stand, and hopefully get us a better crop so we can pull more off and have more to sell. So let's go on down to the co-op and get this thing loaded up. One of the old boys is on his way over. I went up there, and just so you know what's going on, this is where they'll make a custom mix for you. So they'll come grab the bulk content, they'll throw it into this hopper, you know, mix it, blend it up real nice for you, and then you can haul off with it. And they do custom small batch, really handy to have around. So they should be over here in just a second. We'll get filled up. It'd be $600 for a full load of fertilizer, and we'll see how far we can make it go. Also, I went over and talked to them about putting down lime, and they actually will do that here at the co-op. They actually have their own lime truck, and they told me it'd be $30 an acre. Put down some lime, because the pH on the fields is a little off. It's not horrible, but it could use some work. So they're going to come spread some lime too, and it'll probably be in the next couple days before they can squeeze me in, which is good because we got rain coming at the end of the week, so that'll be perfect. All right, well, I'm just going to hang out right here and wait for one of these boys to show up and mix my fert up so we can get to working. We are loaded up, and we got it's a little shy of about 800 pounds in here, which is just about. We should have a little extra because if I remember right, you know, it's like 50-60 pounds per acre for when it comes to alfalfa. And we should have, I've got 10 acres. This field is right around 7. The other field is 3. So we might have a little extra, but I'm bound to mess up. So we're probably going to spread more than I actually need. But hey, it won't hurt any, right? Won't hurt at all. So we got it all dialed in, and let's get to work. Anytime you hear that, like the little fuzzy, the brake, we're braking character, and we're going into the game. So actually I have 1,000 liters, and well, wouldn't you know that precision farming, Giants in all of its glory, they're kind of dumb. So we have 1,000 liters, but then the field calls for 180 kgs per hectare, 160 kgs per hectare, and in a perfect world, like if you're just playing the game, I could put automatic activation on, but I don't have automatic activation, right? Because this is an old International. This is an old fertilizer spreader. I have no idea. This thing's fully manual. So what I'm going to aim for is, if I did my math right, I'm going to aim for 150 kilograms per hectare, which is Giants numbers. And I should be able to cover all 10 acres of the field. Should. We will see what happens. Now, why I've got you here, for you real farmers in the bunch, I really have no idea how this thing works. I'm imagining that this right here, this little corkscrew, this lever probably sets my rate, if I'm assuming right. I set my feed rate right there, so how much fertilizer I want rolling out is probably there. And then as for this handle, I really don't know what that does, unless there's, I really have no, I know that's the PTO. There should be a hitch pin there, but there's not. That doesn't look right, but I know that's the jack stand. This is a trailer hitch here. So I guess you could pull a trailer with you. I know that's the spreader, but so tell me in the comments if you're watching this, if you're a real farmer, I know there's a few of you out here. Is that what this is? This lever, you can adjust your flow rate. You know, how much fertilizer you want to put on. All right, that was really my only question, and kind of just talking about the game as it is. Also, hey, if you're liking the video, you know, give me a thumbs up. And that's it for this one, folks. We've done everything we can to save the farm this month. Sold off our bales. We leased the hunting ground. We leased this east 18 acres. I mean, we've done everything that we can keep this thing up and running. And after it's all said and done, after everything's been paid, after all of it's been given to us, I only have $1,700 in the bank. And here in 4 weeks, I have another payment of over $5,700 due to the bank on the debt that Cecil's built up on the farm. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Things are kind of tight. So that's where you get to jump in. That's right, my wonderful viewers. You get to decide kind of what the next step is. Do we go over there and do some work for Donald? I don't know if we're going to be able to get, you know, make that kind of money, you know, but do we go work for Donald? Or if you didn't know, I'm a licensed truck driver. So do we take some jobs, maybe some long haul jobs, you know, here out of Missouri to the West Coast? You know, I've got a friend that's got a trucking company. He's looking for a worker. You know, we can make some nice long runs, maybe make some cash that way. And rumor has it, I'm going to have to turn the farm over. Rumor has it that Grandpa buried some gold coins on the farm here somewhere. So we might have to start looking for those too. Who knows? We may find them, and Grandpa's savings may save the farm. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And as always, stay safe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.